Ashan is a general name of the gods of our people in GBAGYI. It covers everything about our traditional beliefs. If you go to somebody's farm and take something unknowingly to that person, you will be punished. And if care is not taken, your whole clan will be wiped out. You dare not go and take somebody's property without his consent. We hate it right from the beginning, right from the generation to generation. Our people hate theft. And those things we are there to punish those kind of people. If you're a witch, they don't like wizard, witch. The time will come in the community, if something wrong is happening, our people believe that something has happened somewhere, something is wrong. They have to call the entire community to gather, and the chief priest will perform his ritual. If you are a member of any group, evil group, you will be killed by those gods.
The GBAGYI traditional belief is rooted in the ancient African traditional religion, but they had their own unique rituals, customs, and traditions. The GBAGYIs, like some other African peoples, recognize the existence of a supreme being, even way before the advent of Christianity and Islam.
Before the arrival of the Christianity, we know our God. Only that they only came here and modernized it.
The issue of all these idols now, but GBAGYI man knows there is one God. Shokohi Patai. It's a wide God, the God of immensity. He is omnipresent because he's everywhere and he is omniscient. He knows all. God sees.
See, when you look at the ancient people, the ancient GBARI people, you know, they believe the oneness of God. God was there, but even though they didn't worship the way we do it now, but they believed God was there, and they knew that there are certain things you do that offend God.
The name the GBAGYI people call the supreme being, Sheko or Shekoi, has similar meaning with the name Prophet Daniel gave God, Ancient of Days. This name shows the eternal power of God and his supremacy compared to the frailties of the glory of the empires that once existed or will ever exist here on earth. Sheko could originally be a compound word from the word Oshe, which means above, the top, uppermost, or heaven, and Kwo, which means old or older. So Sheko or Shekoi in this sense means the one above who aged or pre-existed all things, and therefore has greater authority and power over all other deities and gods. This, at least, is what our parents have learned from oral history and tradition.
They believe in God, that this God is Shoko Patai. That means our God is white. He's white, he has no end. So they call him Shoko Patai.
However, the GBAGYIs believe that the Supreme Being should not be bothered with their day-to-day activities. They could only reach the supernatural through their various deities, generally called Ashna, which they worshipped, served, and celebrated in and out of season.
We have four basic, most populous categories of Ashan. We have the Agorebes, Abuaji, Amamwa, Akaka. In a way to reach this God, they need to appease through these 4 types of gods we have. So in anything, if you need clothes, you appease to those gods, they will give you provision, protection, guidance, name them.
And that in order to make it easier for human beings, God was, in all forms, all kinds of forms. We had God of water or rain, we had God of fire, we have God of fertility, both for men, for human beings, and for the soil. And we had God for witchcraft, and so on and so on. So every activities of the human being at that time, the Bari land, was deified.
And we have idols that are Adaria that can talk and Adaria that cannot talk. Now, Adaria is not a cult. Adaria is anything that instills fear, that causes fear in a person. So, but in the case of when in the case of Gorobe is Ashan or Cult Law, their cult is there. Amomo, their cult is there. Abwayi, their cult is there. Akudabmi, their cult is there. It's not, you can find 1 or 2 persons in the same cult, in 2 different cults. But in this situation, these cults they have their names. Anagbe, Anatukolo, Anatuko Agbeshan Lo, and then Ayankozashan Lo. That is the idols of women.
You see, like these categories of Ashan, they have their ways of operation. They have their modes of operation, different, but they are being worshipped. They are being worshipped almost in the same way. One, you see Agorebe, they are the most wicked ones. Those ones, most of the time, they don't have mercy. They punish any offender, anyone that breaks the law. They punish. They punish immediately. Their Bwaji follows. They too, they are wicked, but not as the Agorebes. And their Mama too, the same thing. But that of Kaka is the most distinctive one. It's a ceremonial god.
Agorebe, Akudame, all Baba Zokwelo Babwai. Donc, on va chanson sima, on va chanson sima. Asende de Kubwai no. Nye chicken be na yam kwe asende de Kubwai. Ba we a Gorebe, Koraji and Bound. Ama Kudame ko yin agbaro. Ba we a de ko Koraji yimi bien, de Queen, I had a local be, Adolo, Juin, but that I ain't Juin, do not me be dinner, but dinner, my dear Hadalo.
It's due to the person in charge of those Asian that will make them different. Because the first difference is that the type of food that you give them. Because your own mama may not take a eco, but my own mama you take a dog. Whereby if you join them with speed, you go and go. It cannot work.
They also believed strongly in the supernatural existence of their ancestors, who are always there in the spirit realm, guiding their affairs here on earth, and even protecting them from evil. The smooth and prosperous running of their various communities depended on the wisdom of the spiritual intervention of their ancestors, which they never failed to consult each time they were confronted with some social, economic, or spiritual challenge. The spirits of their ancestors also had roles to play when it was time to pick a successor to the stool known as Esu or Etsu. The ancestors were consulted by the people when it was time to pick a successor after the death of their king. In many GBAGYI communities, families had shrines where they used to go and perform various rituals in allegiance to the spirit of their ancestors. In some cases, their ancestors were represented in those shrines by stones. Such stones were usually arranged in order of seniority, following the order of the passage into the land of their ancestors. An ancestor that died 20 years ago was considered older than the one who died 3 or 4 years ago.
Sam.
If you mama
They offered the spirits of their ancestors various sacrifices ranging from cocks, dogs and goats, depending on what the family or community priest required in order to find solution to a specific issue they had to deal with, such as untimely death of children, drought, or outbreak of sickness or diseases.
So in a situation where a father, a brother, an elder brother, younger brother or sister died, and all their stones are put in one place. By the time you are giving food, you are not giving to them at once. You are giving them sacrifices. One person out of them who is represented in the stone will be sacrificed to. But in doing so, their names will be mentioned, that they are also invited to come and be part and parcel of what is happening. In the process of doing Dashagbe, you invite them. Inkakai hawa kuhen, inkakai hawa lahen, megam dizanya na shem foga bo hobunya nshokwa gamsa hobunya belo howai kaza, and the chicken is sacrificed and cut. The meat, when ready, is also brought before the stones and given and shared. The remaining one is eaten. So that is how it was done. It is the belief that that stone that house the spirit of the father is superior to you as a man. Is superior to you as a man. Anything that man could not create, it appears to be superior to him. And so the worship of that thing is to represent the divine being, which is God. The God that is in her, and it is being represented by that stone. It is believed that you cannot approach God by yourself. It is the natural thing that can approach God on your behalf. And that is why they worship the stones. They make sacrifices to stones, and those stones are being represented in the spirit of our forefathers, who will not take on anything. The blessings is believed that after those sacrifices, by the following year, there is going to be, because it's a belief, you will see it happen to you the way you believe in it.
Anytime a community was plagued with suspected atrocities of witchcraft, the services of one of the community deities would be sought.
Any family that had Asha called Agorebi, that family is to be revered. That family is to be feared. Feared not because of anything. Feared because of the powers that he will command in that community. Agorebe, the person who has Agorebe, he is not to be toyed with anyhow. His children are not to be played with anyhow. His farm is not to be played with anyhow. Any person who has Agorebe, anything that he has can never be played with, because he's such a person that if you touch anything that belongs to him, those Agorebe have taken it.
Protection first, protection, external protection from invaders. People that may come from somewhere to invade the communities, just like in the times of war. They will protect the community. That's the first function. Provision. Our people believe those gods provide for the people of the community. You know, when a community lacks anything, when they pray to God, the God will provide. Olden days, when there will be no rain, you see our forefathers go to Ajiba, where they used to worship their God. They may slaughter a cow or a big ram before they reach home. Rain will pursue them from that place. You see, up to now, some people are still practicing it. There are many things. Everything you need in life, those gods we are used to give.
Depending on the particular community, it could be Amwamwa, Agoribe, or Abwagi, who would go round the community, usually at night. Each time such a ritual was to take place, women were not allowed to come out, for it could be catastrophic death if any woman saw any of such deities.
Like the Abwaji, Agorebe, and Amamwa, a woman dare not to see it. If a woman sees it, a woman must go for cleansing.
She badly she want cow by she by she. A cowboy badly change back for one less but by she cowboy na back we cafe badly free. A fool me. I'm going to back your bow. Oh, yeah, no go back your bow. How to quack a guy, how to Jeffrey. They are bushes, I know. Say, oh, yeah, like you want. Yeah, kuna gbe mo gan. Tambe se mak mo si malakaru. Ngom ta de ga me na mi che ma fun. Se ba wa mi yin bi be no. An ya kun ya sha anya mi fi. A she pa fi. Hotel go ha gbon jina poda. Oh. Mo ba.
Agorebe, Abwayi, all those ones are not common. They don't come out anyhow. Even you that you are a man, you don't need to see them anyhow. And even this one, this sacrifice I'm telling you about, if you want to do any sacrifice, any day that want to do it, nobody will pass through here until you have finished.
Apart from the priests of the various families and community deities, most GBAGYI communities had certain seers they called Zokuda. Zokuda was a man of wisdom and supernatural access into the world of spirits. Something like a witch doctor. He mediated between the people of the community and the spirit realm. He would be contacted in times of need, such as when there was an outbreak of strange sickness and or diseases leading to untimely deaths or other forms of calamities and misfortunes. He would now consult with the spirit realm, after which he would reveal to the people the causes of their challenges and the steps for solutions.
Fais la computation, ma voix fait gain.
Attends.
Fais ta sensation.
Ishan.
Fais ça, J. Quoi tout?
Ṣé ba lo azoku? Ọwọ́ agbọ̀ngàn yéjì làwọn ya. Ìyànsán lágbè yí. Ìyànsán lálẹ́ yí. Nsàrè ìhàjẹ́ abíyànsán. Nsàrè ìhàjẹ́ àyànsán kwàgbé. Àwọn ògòjì yéjì àwọn ya gèyànsán sàn lọ. Nazaba ifi. To shaza ko ile zoku. Balo ba fi azoku. Eyan le ya ko be ba gogo zoku ya ko. Se ba be ya ba ya zoku bi. Anga to zoku adalai. Anga to alo zoku ya ko. To zoku ya ko ya za ko igna ige azaba she zoku ba ba gugu tuna ba. Ko egun tso agbon àṣẹ sọ pé a kó bàbá àgàngàtò oṣù kọ́ àwọn ẹ̀yìn alózokú àìsí àmọ́ azakó ẹni sase ń bokun náà ìgbogbo dùgbé ṣé bá sase lọ́nu àǹgàwú azokú gbọ́n azábàbẹ̀ ìlòzokú iṣẹ́ zokú yà kó ṣé bá ń bà wú tazakó ibà ṣe fi dùgbé màgàtò àtọ́kù ohun. Bashiko ya gaje wato ba naga zozo wo bedalo wada shaba jinwo jabia.
The Gbagyis of the FCT and surrounding communities believe that the Zuma rock, originally called Znumwape in Gbagi, literally translated as Znumwa Hill, was their spiritual fountain. They claim that there was always a heavy sound around the Zuma rock each time any of their aged parents died, signifying a door opening in the rock to receive the spirit of the departed.
My in-law village, there is a place called Kudu. And that Kudu, he said, if an eagle take any chicken, and they look at it, it will come down. It will fall from the sky and come down. And actually, and they said there is a tar road from Kudu down to Zuma Rock. And to also confirm, in Madala market, somebody asked an elder and said, where are these people coming from? That this market is jam-packed with people. And he said, my son, let me show you. Then he gave him some leaf to wrap on his face and say, wait here and see. And when the man waited there, when it was evening, he saw people. He saw a tar road and people were going, trooping into that Zuma rock. So actually, it is true.
Most Gbagi people believed in reincarnation, where sometimes some of their departed family members were reborn into subsequent generations. This belief was usually based on certain similarities in features and character traits, or even facial resemblance with a departed relative. Sometimes, if a child of the same gender was born on the same date, month, or day as that on which a relation died, they would believe that it was that particular person who had returned to live another life. The name GBAGYI and others like that came as a result of such belief. In part 2 of this episode, we shall look at how the Gbagi people used to fish out and burn suspected witches or wizards alive. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Also press the like button below and share in order to support the work we have put into bringing this informative and entertaining documentary series to you. We also appreciate your comments in the comment section below the video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.
Sugar.